Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Z Legal Podcast. It's your favorite lawyer, Mr. B, Chisinsi Banda, CB. Today's episode is interesting. So I'm joined by a very good friend of mine who sat for the April Repeaters 2026. And so we're going to discuss their experience, how it was when they saw the results, how they're doing, and basically um, giving insight so that we can have an idea on what happened on that day and life after.
Welcome to the Z Legal Podcast, a platform which simplifies the law through discussions on court cases, legal principles, current legal issues, and my journey from law school and ZIALE to legal practice. Join me for practical insights on law, justice, rights, and the legal profession.
Thomas Musenge. Mr. Musenge, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, though you've forgotten one name.
Oh,
Yeah. Thomas Nsenge Komde.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always love it that every time I'm in public domain like this one, my names, all the three names are on record, registered. Yeah. So Thomas Nsenge Kombe.
Thomas
So, yeah.
Musenge Kombe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Kombe, I'm used to calling you Mr. Musenge. I'm saying.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. So, how are you feeling to be on the podcast?
Exciting.
Okay.
I'm excited. I think I've been looking forward to featuring here. I've been thinking about a slot, being given a slot here, and that it has finally come. I must say I'm excited for it, and I'm looking forward to featuring again. Yeah, if ever there's such request that you make a request for another feature. Yeah, so I'm excited to be here to just share my experience, as you put it, and to interact. Yeah, to interact with everyone out there. So yeah, I'm excited to be here.
No, we're also excited to have you here. Okay, so without wasting much of time, run us through where were you when you saw the results, and what was your immediate reaction?
Okay. So ZIALE results were published on that's Repeaters results. Those will start for their exams in April this year. Were published, I think, on the 12th.
Not on the 14th.
Yeah.
I think it's the 14th.
On the 14th. On the 14th.
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
Yeah. So I was at work, and when I received news that the results were actually out, I was at work, so I waited until I got home, because the reason being I wanted to check my result in a safe space. Okay. I didn't want to be in a place where maybe my emotions would affect my day, my output, and everything. So I waited until I got home to check my results, just so that I'm in a safe space. And but when I got home, I tried to log into my portal, and I couldn't manage because of the traffic. That day, a lot of people were checking their results, and I just couldn't access the portal because of so much traffic. So what I did, I contacted my brother-in-law to check the results for me. I gave them the details and asked them to just check the results for me. And they did, but before they could even share the results with me, I was seeing a lot of people, sharing their results, how they managed to clear a certain course that was dreaded by most of us at ZIALE. Seeing a lot of people clearing this course, because I, for one, dreaded that course, and I knew if I'm gonna suffer a setback again, it would be in that course. Okay, because just so many people had not, cleared, and it had it had a good number of people sitting for it again. So so I was thinking to myself, if so many people have cleared this course, definitely I have cleared it as well. And if I've cleared this course, I am through. I will be admitted to the bar this year, and I was very excited. I went back to trying the portal because this was happening before I even checked my results. So
Yes.
I went back to checking my results. Still was experiencing problems with the portal because of the traffic, and that now brought anxiety within me because there's a guy who passed a joke saying, if you're struggling to see your results, it means that you
You
failed.
haven't cleared.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
No. And then again, so when I saw that, it kind of drained my spirits. I was feeling very low. I became low because I was thinking, okay, yeah, and maybe this could be true because everyone that I'm seeing who's accessing their portal is saying they've cleared and all. Maybe us who are struggling with our portal could be that we didn't do well. But again, another guy says, maybe if you're struggling with your portal, it could be that you cleared, and then Vianney wants to, clear those people who have failed, and then waiting on you guys who have cleared. So again, it raised the hopes in me. I was like, wow, if this be the case, and then that's a more reason why I'm struggling with accessing my portal. Long story short, my brother-in-law manages to log into my portal, and he also experienced some traffic. Probably struggled with accessing the results, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, what's going on? What's going on? I received some calls from friends, just trying to find out, and I said, yo, I'm not managed to see my results, but how is it on my end? The others did well, others not. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, this guy's clear, okay, this, like, sometimes you gauge yourself by the experience of others. Not all the time you are going to experience something, but just because somebody has experienced it, that means that that's evidence enough that you too things may be well. What I'm trying to say is sometimes we use the experience of others to get along with life. So in that moment, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, if this guy has done it, definitely I have done it. I don't know if you've been in
I
that
get what you mean,
situation.
and I can relate to that. So what was your immediate reaction when you finally heard the results?
Yeah. So I see my results, and I was broken. I was broken. I was experiencing this thing the second time, and this time around, I don't know if you are aware, it is deemed, okay, in inverted commas, it is deemed that repeaters exams are easier.
They're much flexible, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is deemed
definitely,
that,
and I get what
yeah,
you
like
mean.
this time around, if you don't clear, then there's a problem with you because our first sitting mostly, okay, I do not do that, but mostly we always have fingers to persons to whom we can place the blame on
Yes.
whom we can place the blame. Okay, so you say, okay, because of this guy, because of that guy, because of this guy, because of that guy. Okay, but this time around, and from the precedents that we have been set, it's like a good chunk of people or lawyers who sit for their bar exams on second attempt really do exceptionally well. So I'm seeing the result, and all these questions are running through my mind. What could be wrong? Okay, I was really devastated. But even in that moment, I think there's one thing that excited me. The course that I dreaded, that I feared, that I knew would cost me or would send me back to ZIALE.
You cleared
I
it.
cleared it.
Wow.
And I was excited for it.
Wow.
But the excitement of that course, okay, couldn't make up for the
Devastation for the
yes,
then
it
again.
couldn't make up for the entire loss. You get what I'm saying?
I
So
get what you're saying. Okay.
yeah, so it it really broke me. I was thinking, okay, what will become of me? Because going to ZIALE the second time, you obviously have got plans. Okay, I know a lot of people have got plans. We all have plans, eh? We all have plans. Okay, by this age, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get there, I want to be there, I want to meet these kind of people, and I have those plans. Okay, and what was standing in the way was these exams.
I see. I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
get.
somebody could say, yeah, you can go on.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
get what
say
you're
something?
saying. Okay, so I know for repeaters,
Yeah,
there is an additional layer because you've already experienced the journey before.
yeah.
And so did this result feel different from the previous attempt, which is the final attempt? And if it did, why? And if it did not, why not?
For me, it did.
It felt different. Okay, why is that?
It felt different. There's never a time when you become, I don't know about others, but for me, there's never a time that I become familiar with failure, with setbacks.
Mm,
Okay. I'm not going to say, okay, because I've experienced failure before. Not that it doesn't add to your resilience, it does, but there's never a time. I don't know about others, like I'm speaking for myself. There is never a time when, oh, I've failed before, so I have failed this time around. Let's get on with life.
mm,
No. For me, there's never such a time. Every time I sit down, be it away from academics, I'm working towards succeeding. Okay,
yes.
I have experience. This was not my first time failing.
Mm,
Okay, this is
yeah.
not my first time failing.
Mm,
And for me, I do not look at it as failure. I
yeah.
look at it as setback.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so this I'll use setback instead of failure because maybe as we go on, I'll explain what failure is. So I look at it as a setback. This is not the first time I'm suffering a setback.
Mm,
Okay, but even when I was going to the exams, I think I was telling friends of mine, say, you know what? Yes, I suffered a setback last time, but this time around, I'm giving it my whole. I'm giving
yes.
it my entirety, just so
Yes.
I can get to the other side. So when I saw the result, it broke me. Maybe it even broke me more than it did on my first sitting.
I see. I see. So
Yeah.
so so
So
so how
yeah,
difficult was it to tell people um about your results?
yeah. Um, the first time it happened,
Mm,
because I've taken a week. It is only now that I've even started, a week later that I started, telling people about it. When it first happened, obviously I gathered some energy. I quickly, I don't know if I was in denial.
mm,
Yeah, but I gathered myself together and then I just said, you know what? Yes, this has happened because I did not see my life like this after the second sitting.
I
Okay.
see. I see.
Yeah. So it was hard. Okay. It was hard for me to just tell someone. Okay. Because I did not, we always live ahead of time, right?
Yes. Yes.
More like
Yes.
a vision, if I can put it that way.
Mm.
I envisioned myself telling people, "Oh yeah, this time around I've
I've made
cleared."
it. Yes.
Exactly. So now,
Yes. I'm getting
this
caught in November.
exactly. Now this
Yes.
unforeseen thing has happened. So now I have to now. It's like you're going to a certain place, eh?
Yes.
You've been to let me say you've been to Kafue, right? And
Yes.
then there's this sport that you are familiar with, okay?
Yes. Yes.
That if you see this post or area, you know you are in Kafue. And then this time around you go there, that sport you are familiar with,
Yes.
is no longer there. So now you need to go back in time and then start all over. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I
Like,
get what you're saying.
yeah, I will see myself after the second sitting. This is what I'm going. This is how it's going to be. Now it's not what it is. So in that moment, I'm trying to tell my mind and convince myself like, hey, things are bad now. This is not what you expected. Okay, I'm trying to, put myself together. At the same time, I want to accept what it is not.
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
so it
So,
was really hard to tell people that even though my it came with mixed things. Okay, like I was excited for one course, and
mm,
also I'm thinking to myself like, but what am I going to tell people?
I see. I
I'm
see.
excited on one hand, on the other, it's I'm like in it's more like an emergency. You get what I'm saying?
I
It's
get what
not
you're saying.
something you saw coming, but you have to put in now. I don't know what term or what word I can use, but that in football they call it I don't know, injury time, something like that, where okay, just use what you have to make up for what you were supposed to get. So it was really hard to share with people. I wrote a mess. I think I went to our class group, and I just shared something that initially was for me.
I see. So so
Yeah, it
um
wasn't. Yeah,
so
go on.
so did you feel like just quitting and giving up, saying, okay, to hell with this Yale thing, I'm done? Or are you still, do you have plans on sitting again next year in April? And if yes, what is that thing that is keeping you going?
Okay. Um, At, and this is something that I would share with young lawyers. Okay,
Yes.
I'm relatively a young
But,
lawyer,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, to everyone who will be listening,
Yes.
ZIALE, I must say, is very important,
Mm-hmm.
very very important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think one thing that we young lawyers, I don't know if I can call it a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call it a mistake, but okay, let's put it in inverted commas. A mistake. One mistake that we make is that we put everything in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
It's this or nothing.
By this, you mean ZIALE or
It's
nothing?
reality or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
I cannot do anything outside this thing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would be lying today if I told you, oh, I think I'm thinking of branching off, or not really branching off, but I'm thinking of how I can use my LLB to earn myself good money. I didn't think. For me, it's you. There's just one way. Which way is that? ZIALE, and then everything follows.
Yes.
So this is one thing that I would advise my fellow or my friends who are, just who are writing, who have written their exams, who are yet to write their exams. Say, let us not just be fixated on ZIALE.
Mm.
Let us not that it is it's not important. It is very very important. Okay, but let us look beyond ZIALE. What if this thing does not, like where I am right now? Not that I'm stranded, but I am stranded. I am stranded. Because there's nothing that I'm not doing anything besides ZIALE. So when I saw those results, it really, like I said, devastated me because I didn't see anything outside ZIALE, and I'm not seeing anything yet. Not that I'm not looking for opportunities. It's like now somebody has just shown some light on me and say, bro, this is what it is. You got bills to pay. You got these things you got money to look for. So now start thinking outside this. Not that it is not important, but you do not have it right now. Are you going to sit back and cry until you cry no more?
I see. I see. Now that's very important what you said.
So
So,
yeah, so
mm,
answering your question, I did not really look out for. I do not have currently anything that I can point to say, okay, besides this, I'm doing this. Okay, I do not have anything at the moment. Still
I,
in search of something to do that will help me even as I wait. So I'm going back definitely. Because, like I said, I didn't have any alternatives. If I had alternatives, I would say, okay, let me give it a hold and then go and do other stuff. I'll come back later. But there's no thing that's going on. So yeah, I'm definitely going back.
Okay, so basically, which leads me to the next question. Has this experience changed how you view success and your future?
Not really, not
Okay.
really, and I say so because um, back in university,
Mm,
mine was always getting to the top,
mm,
always getting to the top, or always striving to get into the top
mm-hmm,
of the ladder. And I think that's where it began because my academics were relatively again not sound. I was not I was not sound academically.
mm-hmm,
And when that happened, I think it made me like, okay, this, even though later on I did not like branch off to doing other things, okay, because I do not have where to start from. Okay, education for me is the key. What they say when they say education is key to success, I think for me that's gospel truth. So if I don't get the education, there's no way I'm succeeding. Thank God to others who have succeeded outside education, but I think for me the setup has always been go to school, get the education, and get a good job. Yeah, there's no good job, there's no good life outside education. So in university, when I realized that I was not academically sound, it made me start looking outside academics.
I
But the
see.
problem that I made again is I did not go. I just started looking out, okay, what can I do? But I could not go outside it.
I see.
And
Uh,
that's the main reason why I'm saying, even now, if I had alternatives, I would say, okay, let me go and do something else, and then I'll come back to this. But what am I going to do? You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, what am I going to do? If I say, okay, I'm going to do business, bro, I've not done this thing all my life.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
If, if, I, if
it's
if
tough.
I had the knowledge, yeah, if I had the knowledge, maybe if I studied in my uni days,
Mm,
university days, I would say, okay, oh, this thing has happened, let's switch to this. You
I
get what I'm saying?
see. Yeah. Okay.
But if I say, okay, let's switch to what?
I see. I
To
hear
what?
you.
So
I hear you.
that's success mostly, don't um like again also you also need to look at your environment.
I see.
Okay, what does your environment befit? Okay, because I may say, okay, academics, no, I think I want to do business. Do I have the capacity? No. Do I have the knowledge? No. So success is always winding up at the top. Okay,
I
and it matters
see.
how you get there. A lot of people say it doesn't matter how you get there. For me,
But
it
it
does matter.
matters. I
It
hear
does
you.
matter how you get there.
I hear you.
We have a lot of frustrations amongst us young people
Mm,
because I wake up today. I'm 27.
mm-hmm.
And I look over my shoulders. There's a 20-year-old guy driving a Mercedes. And it's not that this guy is coming from a well-to-do family.
Yeah.
He just had his cards right.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, how did this guy get a Mercedes? Some it's not even Mercedes. Some are just living comfortable lives.
Yeah.
There's a young person that I saw. He's just in his he is in his early 20s,
Mm,
and he's renting quite a good apartment.
mm-hmm.
Okay, relatively good
Yes.
again.
Mm,
And I'm saying, how did this guy? Because at this time, for me, I couldn't even think of renting an apartment. How is he doing it? I
nice.
don't know how he's doing it.
I
I
hear
don't know
you.
how he's doing it, but he's doing it. So we should always look at success. Yes, I'm getting to the top, but how I'm going to get there will matter because one day whatever you are doing will come running after you. Okay, so yeah, it's always important to think outside academics. That is, if you want, when defining success. Okay, growing up, I think we've been taught go to school, get the education, get a job, start a family.
Yeah. True.
Okay, there are quite a few. There are quite few. It's recently now that we are seeing our young ones coming up, and then others are going to do football. Others, and they're taking it at a professional level.
Yeah. True.
Okay,
True.
professional level. And I was seen I've seen some Zambian players who are doing well
True. Okay,
out
so
of the talent.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so which leads
in a
me to
nutshell, success. Let me just
mm,
say this. In a
mm,
nutshell, success.
mm,
Okay. Success should not be limited to one thing, and that is academics. Not that academics are not important,
mm,
very, very important, but even those in academics should realize, especially us as young lawyers, we should realize that we should start exploring ways, okay, of finding our niche or finding our space in the professional world beside or away from ZIALE. Not that it is not important, not that it's not we should not that I'm belittling it. I cannot because I need it. I'm stranded where I am. So we should also look for ways of just finding ourselves how we can be relevant with our degrees in the corporate world, in the professional world, because sometimes a degree, I think amongst us as professionals, is rendered as LLB, and I say this lightly, is rendered useless, lightly. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's high time for lawyers to wake up and think of
Yeah.
other opportunities beyond LLB. And I think the problem starts at undergrad because
Yeah.
they don't talk about, most of the time, they don't talk about the other than litigation, other than advocacy, other than
Yeah.
being an advocate. It's just ZIALE, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
very few lecturers who speak about other opportunities outside. So I think
Yeah.
it's very important. I think we need to revisit that, starting from undergrad, starting from those who have managed to go out there and
Yeah.
to be able to speak to young lawyers about other opportunities available. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I think please hold your thought. I think there's need for mentorship in that regard, because we can say, okay, like where I am right now, if somebody mentored me and say, okay, do you know you can do this and this and that with your LLB, I think I wouldn't be as stressed as I am, or maybe at the time I wouldn't have been as stressed as I was getting into ZIALE. Not that again it's not important; it is important, but
yeah,
I would have approached it differently
differently.
if I was
True.
mentored. But I don't know. Maybe others are receiving the mentorship. I just didn't or I missed it. But yeah, there's need for mentorship in that regard, where we are mentored. Yeah.
Okay. So we're just remaining with about 2 minutes now. So as we conclude, if you
Mm.
had the opportunity to speak directly to a candidate who received disappointing results this week and feels completely defeated, what would you tell them?
Okay, just go over the question again.
If you had the opportunity to speak directly to a candidate who received disappointing results this week and feels completely defeated, what would you tell them?
Okay. Okay. What would I tell them? It's not the end of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and what is important is your vision.
Okay.
What is your vision? Okay, because for me, once you lose sight of your vision, you would have failed, or you have failed at that point. So hold on to the vision. Yes, you suffered a setback. Get yourself up. Give it one more time. Give it another try. So stick to the vision. If your vision is to be an advocate, stick to that vision and get yourself up and put up another fight. Yesterday I was reading about Kumalo. I think Zambian by birth, who managed to scale the Mount Everest, tallest mountain in the world. She did not do it on first attempt. She did not do it on second attempt, neither on the third, but on the fourth attempt. What kept her going is to prove that indeed there is nothing that could stand in the way of anyone, of anyone who is willing to give it yet another shot. Where there is a will, there's always away. So stick to the vision, get stick to the vision, and be willing to give it another try, and definitely the way will be found. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Mr. Msenge, thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to come and have this conversation on the Z Legal podcast. Listeners,
It's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the platform. I do not take it lightly. Thank you for considering me amongst the many who are well experienced, and yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back again. Maybe this time I want to come back with a whole
with a
different
different
story.
story, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
It has for me as well. Yeah, so listeners, until next week, Tuesday, stay tuned. Z Legal Podcast, share to a friend, to a friend. Until next time, bye.